Radio show. Welcome back to Friday, and Linda Stevens is with us from Artesia Clean and Wonderful.
It's a running joke.
You know, one other thought on language or words or how things are written.
Yeah.
I was telling Linda, Jeffrey and I talked about this yesterday. The Red Cross put out their safety tips for a safe Labor Day weekend, and under travel safety, the first tip: find out what disasters may occur where you are traveling and how you would get information in the event of a disaster.
Yeah.
Now, I understand the purpose of the tip. If you're going to Ruidoso and there's a forest fire and there has to be an evacuation, how would you get that information? So if you're going to Ruidoso, is there a local radio station you can listen to? I mean, what would be the way to...
Well, right now it's more of might be a flash flood.
Or flash flood right now, but earlier this summer was the forest fires. So I understand the purpose of the tip.
Yeah, but the wording
I get
is
it.
a little
But the wording
screwed.
just kind of struck me as odd. Find out what disasters may occur. And I thought, the kid pooping their pants in the back seat, that could happen anywhere, The dog throwing up,
Yes.
That could be
a disaster.
That's a disaster. But that could happen anywhere,
Exactly. Exactly.
Hey, let's talk about, what did I do with my clipboard?
I don't know that part.
You have, we had our friends from the BLM. You were telling me that Tracy is still traumatized by her live interview?
Nervous being on the radio. It wasn't happening. Then when she found out it was like live and people could watch, it's a
but she
wonder
did
we
fine.
didn't have to call the EMTs or something.
Well, yeah.
Well, I gave her a hard time about it. I said, nobody's going to bite you. You just act like you're just visiting.
Which is what we were doing.
Yeah, shooting the bull.
Yeah.
Well, sort of.
Sort of.
But there was important stuff in it. So.
Yeah, no,
but
she did fine. So the website is up and active, and people can go ahead and sign up, and it's really, and I forgot to tell Jeffrey the website so he could pull it up on the screen, but I pulled it up when I got, I think I got it from you. I think you had let me know that
Probably.
it was active last Friday, I think. And you've got pictures of the places that need to be cleaned up with a map with where they are. You've got pictures of the places where you can take the trash once you gather it up. So
yes.
Let's talk a little bit about National Public Lands Day, which is coming up here in a couple of weeks.
It used to be a day, kind of like Great American Cleanup, Toss No Mas, but for the convenience of people being able to have the time to go out, they've run it from the 17th to the 24th, which takes in 2 weekends.
Right.
Which helps because, our weather now, we may be having a deluge on the 17th or the 24th. So you never know. So at your convenience, please try to go out and clean up. Get a group together. If you are in a business, get your whole business or numerous ones from your business to go. If you're an oil company or a church.
I'm sending Jeffrey the email with the link. So hopefully while we're talking about this, he'll have a chance to...
He can find a couple of pictures?
He can bring up the website or whatever.
Alrighty.
But yeah, over 2 weekends, so that gives you plenty of opportunity to try to put a plan together.
Yes, and it's a challenge between Carlsbad and Artesia. The most people in a group, the most trash that gets picked up, the most individual... I think. I don't know. There's 5 of them.
The group...
You read it. I don't have my glasses. Thank you.
For the group, it's most people at a single event.
Okay.
Most trash cleaned at a single event.
And the event means when you go out that day. It doesn't mean that we're holding a special event the 18th or the 20th. It means when you go out that day, that Saturday, that is an event.
It's your event.
Exactly.
Yeah. Most trash cleaned over the whole week. So if your group goes out one day on one weekend and they go out again another day, or maybe they go out one day and then individually they go do some pickup, and then you total all of that's gathered up, you could win an award in the group category.
So in other words, you need to take pictures of your junk that you pick up. And there will be roll-offs around the county for you to deposit it there or take it somewhere else. We don't care, but take pictures of it.
Right.
And there will be judging as to the amount that you have picked up. And that's how they're going to determine the points or award that you get for all this, especially points. If you're here and you want your points to go to Carlsbad, that's your business. If you're in Carlsbad and you want the points to come up here, that too is your business. But if you want Artesia to win this little competition, then the points need to stay in Artesia. It's an Eddy County cleanup. It does not mean that you have to clean up on BLM land, because the map of this state, from state land to BLM land to private land, is so screwed up.
Here's the website. So if you're watching online, you can see them loading up some tires.
Yes.
Or dropping tires
everywhere.
off. One or the other. Okay, here's one.
I don't know which way they're going.
Are they picking them up or dropping them off?
I don't know that part.
You don't know. So go ahead and scroll down, Jeffrey, if you don't mind. And because on the website is the National Public Lands Day. There's some more trash, an old freezer that's being picked up. Yeah, keep scrolling down because I want to get to the maps that are on there. And there's a lot of scrolling and a lot of... Okay, so this first section, we'll go back up just a hair. Well, it says trash locations. So these are locations where I guess you and Tracy and some of the other folks have been out and about?
Yeah, I think they've even sent drones over to find things and driven miles to, looking out in the middle of nowhere. Or people have told them, hey, there's a whatever out, on such and such road.
So they're tagged with pins. Mm-hmm. There's pictures. There's trash locations in the north. There's trash locations in the south. And these are all places that have been identified.
Yes.
Illegal dumping sites or trash dumping sites that need to be cleaned up.
And if you pick up something from one of those, let them know so they can remove it from that map. So somebody else doesn't go out there and say, well, you said there was 2 dead refrigerators out here and now there's nothing.
Right.
We need to know that you have cleaned up.
There's some pictures of one of the...
It's appalling. And,
it is.
in what planet does anybody think this is a good idea to throw this kind of crap everywhere around our country? We have a beautiful state. Absolutely beautiful. This does not enhance it one little bit.
No. This is all bad stuff. So that's the first section that's up there is the trash locations. Then the next section is where you can take the trash. Mm-hmm. So they have dumpster locations. So you click on the dumpster locations link, and then but the county has gone to a great amount of effort to put stations public stations all around the county for people to dump their trash. And so there's a whole bunch. I'm looking at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 different pins. There's 13 different places that once you gather up the trash, whether it's a part of this cleanup or just normal, everyday work, where you can take your trash so that it can be properly picked up, taken to the landfill, and then properly disposed of.
Yes, the logic in placing those roll-offs is around it keeps you from having to be out in the middle of nowhere and running all the way to the transfer station and then back out to wherever you were at to finish cleaning up. Of course, if it's just a pile of tires or a refrigerator or whatever's out there, it's unreal. You don't have to go all the way back out and run back and forth. So a little convenience there, and thank you so much to the county for doing this, helping us out.
Yeah.
It's for their benefit.
It's been made so easy.
Yes.
Here's where the trash is. Here's where you take it. We just need people to go out and do it.
Yeah, and there will be QR codes on the roll-offs.
Okay.
So you can just hold your phone up there. You can send your photos. You can find information on how to send or where to send, or, you can't get any more simpler than this. So, but we've got to have people get out there. It's not going to help if you don't do your part. If you want to clean your neighborhoods here in town, if you want to clean your alleys, the draw, the parks, the 13th, 26th, they always need it. Some strange person in town thinks 13th is their garbage can.
Yeah.
It's right to do that. It's okay. It doesn't have to, like I said, it doesn't have to be on BLM land.
Right.
Just do a cleanup. We've got to get this place looking good.
Yep. No question about it.
It's just not cool. And Keep Carlsbad Beautiful will provide bags. The BLM will provide bags. I will provide bags, gloves, whatever you need, grabbers or vests, reflective, of course. Just let me know.
So the dates are the 17th through the 24th. So anytime during that window is when you do your cleanups. Now there's individual awards as well. Most trash in a single day.
Right.
And most trash over the entire week. Obviously, in individuals, you can't have the most individuals at a single event if it's an individual event.
Yeah, well, whatever. I did not write that.
No.
Then there's the Golden Tire Award.
And this is at the end of the day. So whether you're an individual or a group and you submit your trash cleanup to this website, you get points. And then based on how much you collect or how many people, the different awards. And then you can designate, you mentioned this earlier, you can designate who gets the points.
Yeah, Carlsbad or Artesia.
And then at the end of the competition, is it a traveling trophy?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
So
for a year, one of us will the communities will get to display it proudly somewhere. I don't know where, but Hope is in this, Queen is in this. If you are in Eddy County, you can be involved. You should be involved because Eddy County is a pretty good sized county, and there's a lot of places to clean.
Yeah.
So
it's called the Golden Tire Award, and
Forest Tire in Carlsbad is manufacturing this.
Okay.
Creating it, whatever. Art teacher here, Jocelyn Rodriguez, is having her group make the trophies for the individual.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Good.
Out of recycled, because you don't want something new stuff. This is trash.
That's right.
So, they could even later be entered in recycled art show or something. But to get both counties involved. So
the website, for those of you that are wondering, is https /arcg.is/49CRH0.
Thank goodness they shortened that because it was like 5 miles long.
It was. Well, I think what was originally on the flyer was the placeholder for what it was going to be.
Oh, okay.
And they wound up putting that on there. And what I'm going to try to do this weekend is put a link on our website. So look for it this weekend. If you go to ksvpradio.com, I'll have a link
That'll be
that
wonderful.
will go to this same page, and that might even be easier for people to find it. But but go to that website, look at the information. Jeffrey's got the page up. It's what's going to come up when you bring the page up. Better Together, Eddy County Cleanup Competition, and then all the information, everything that we talked about, the locations of the trash, the dumpster locations. I think that the QR codes for some of that stuff is all on that website.
But if you make it a fun competition, like one youth group against another youth group, or one church against another one, or one oil company against another one, or one against three of them,
maybe
however you want to do it.
Maybe there's a business that has multiple branches, and so they've got a Carlsbad branch and an Artesia branch, and so
Forest Tire, I know, has one in Carlsbad and one here.
Yes, that would be a great example of one.
Yes, well, you may make the trophy, but by golly, we're going to pick up the most trash. So there, however you want to do it. We need that competition to, I guess, motivate people to get out and pick up trash. Is it fun? No. Can it be? Sure.
Yeah.
And you never know what you might find.
And again, if you need bags, trash bags.
Yes, there's 3 places to get a hold of us, to get, because you don't have to provide your own unless you're just really picky and you love your colors or something. We'll provide all that for you. So all you have to do is, hey, Linda, we need bags.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say, no problem. How many would you like?
That's right. That's right. And you've got a limited supply of like gloves and stuff like that.
I will have more shortly.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. So, because I would highly recommend wearing gloves when you're doing the cleanup.
Well, yeah.
Because you never know what you're going to...
Because they're fabric, but...
Well, it's better than nothing.
This is true.
Yeah.
You know, and you have enough, hopefully, you have enough sense to know when you're picking up something. If it's full of thorns, figure that out before you grab it. You know.
Well, that'd be great. I hope this motivates some folks to get out and we get some cleanup done.
I hope we really get, yes, because this area, and believe it or not, when Tracy and I were driving out in the boondocks, she said that Artesia was actually cleaner than Carlsbad, and I couldn't believe it. Because we went in places that, like I said, there weren't even decent cow trails, and we didn't find as much. Yes, we found some tires, and yes, we found refrigerators. But overall, around the area that we drove, north and south and wherever, now, it's not saying it isn't there hiding somewhere, but we didn't see it.
Yeah.
So,
well, there's some of that, and hopefully, as part of companies that work out in the oil patch, part of their safety training programs, you know, you ought to invite Linda or Tracy to come in and talk trash to your folks about just throwing trash.
I have heard that rigs out there will keep their sites clean, and if there is junk or trash, they'll pull all their crew off and say, "You get out here and clean up this mess."
Good.
You know.
Good. That's good to know.
Yes, it is. I was amazed because they could be on state, they could be on private, wherever.
They could be on BLM.
Yes, they could, and they need to keep their area clean. You know, this isn't just your personal garbage can.
Yeah.
You've got to do something about it.
Well, and we've talked about this before. It can be a generational thing. If the kids see you doing this,
right,
then the kids are going to wind up doing it, and so we don't stop it. And hopefully, kids get educated on not doing trash, and maybe they can educate the parents. But it's all a generational thing. You know, if you're going to do that, your kids are probably going to wind up doing it, and then that's going to make it that much more difficult for us to, you know, try to get a handle on it and try to keep that type of thing from happening. So, you've talked about how many times have a trash bag in the car or in the truck. You've got trash, throw it in the bag. When you get into town, then throw the bag into a dumpster, and don't just throw this.
Everybody has grocery bags. Everybody. I don't care if they're Walmart or Finn's or Greg's or whose.
Yeah.
There's a plastic bag. And, you know, they do not take up much space. You can fold those things flat as a pancake. Put them in the car. You never know when you're going to need one, trust me, for whatever purpose.
The baby or the dog.
Maybe you even, you know. You never know. You might have a passenger that all of a sudden says, "Oh, my God, I'm car sick," you know.
That's true. That's true.
They come in handy for whatever reason.
Yeah.
When you see stuff, just pick it up. It's not difficult.
Yeah.
And even in our downtown area, there are garbage cans, not quite on every corner, but
there's a bunch
within numerous feet, 10 steps or more, you can come across a garbage can. Pick it up. It's not going to kill you. It's not going to bite you. It's not going to contaminate you for the rest of your life. Just pick it up.
That's right.
We don't need to, you know, there's a lot of businesses which just kind of drive me nuts in a sense that I've always said, if you have a business, obviously you probably came in through the back door.
Many of them do.
Yes. Do they? And they unlock the front door and say, "Yay, I'm open for business," and turn the sign around. Go out in front like you are a customer and look at the front of your business.
Yeah. Is there trash? Are there weeds?
Cobwebs?
Does it need to
whatever.
be swept? Yeah.
Yes. Go look. Somebody may have graffitied it with profanity, and you don't know that if you don't go out there and look.
Yeah.
And of course, your customer may not tell you because they assume you already know,
or don't care, or
this is true.
You know,
So,
and then they just drift off someplace else.
We want to look like our motto is the City of Champions.
Yeah.
And having trash everywhere is not too cool.
So once again, the website is HTTPS. That's kind of like the new.
Yes.
You know. If it doesn't say S, it's like an old website. https://arcg.is/49CRH0. And if you need it, you can call down here. I'll have it for Tana. You can call Linda. I'll get it up this weekend on the website. I don't think I have anything to do this weekend.
Oh, my goodness.
So I may be mowing grass and updating the website.
Wow.
and get signed up. And again, there's all kinds of information there where the stuff is. But as Linda said, you don't have to go to one of these cleanup spots.
No.
You can just clean up around your neighborhood.
Yes.
Or a local park
if you're
or
not
something
able
like
to
that.
get out in a great distance, most alleys in this town need help.
Yep.
There's some of them that you can actually use a rake, which
Yeah.
is really sad.
Or there may be an older person that doesn't have the resources to have their stuff cleaned up, and you might need to run the mower over their lawn or pick up in their alleyway as a little act of kindness.
Yes.
Mowing the lawn doesn't help with the public lands day, but it might be just a nice gesture to do for
Exactly.
a neighbor that could use a little help. So we'll get it all done. Linda, what's that number if folks want to call you and say...
You, me?
Yes.
Oh, 575-513-0143. And if you want to call the office, 575-748-3192.
Excellent.
And it does have an answering machine. I think it's 6 rings. So if I'm not sitting there, and sometimes I actually leave the building.
I know.
Or I walk upstairs, and that's exactly when the phone rings.
That's right. Well, you need to walk upstairs more often.
Yeah, well, I used to be, before my knee was killing me, I could fly down that stairs and be there before 4 rings were up, but not so
Yeah.
much anymore.
There you go. All right, Linda, thank you as always, and we'll see you next week.
All right.